Welcome to the second trains export tutorial, this time on the bogie. Now, for this tutorial, I expect that you already have your bogie rigged and baked. I already showed baking in the last export tutorial, and for rigging, Mainland Studios made tutorials about how to do that. They were taken down, but in the link in the description below, there will be a drive link showing all the original tutorials. And that link will be replaced if he ever makes new ones. Okay, let's begin. So you have the bogie right here. It's baked and it's rigged. When you press the play button, it goes brrr. Okay, so now that it goes brrr, now we go to File, Export, Trains Mesh and Animation. Now let's go to our export folder. Let's name it something like that. ytenginebogue.xml. Gotta make that XML. And press Export Animation Data. Now press Export Trains. Export finished successfully. That is great. Now you would go into here, find a bogie asset, and Control D to a new asset. However, I already recorded this halfway through, therefore I have already cloned one. So right click, open, show in Explorer. I've already done that. And this screen will pop up, or whatever kind of bogie that you have. Now what you want to do is press Control A, but then use the control button to unselect the config file. But everything else, you want to right click, wait for your computer to not die, and press delete. Now what you want to do is go into the files that you exported for your bogie. We want to select our IM file, our .kin file, and our .texture files. We want to right click, press copy, go into the folder, right click, and click paste. Now what we want to do is put in our textures. We already put in our .textures, but we need the actual textures that, like, the images, you know? So for me, that is valve gear and wheels. So we want to Control C that, and then Control V it again into our thing. Now let's go into the config and do some messing around, shall we? Here's the username. This is what it's going to be called in our content manager and in our trains folder. We want to go into here and change to something like the Blue Skittle YouTube Bogie. Now you can make it whatever you want, but this is what I'm calling mine, considering it makes sense for my thing. We deleted our thumbnail image, so we just want to get rid of the thumbnail container. And this is the wrong IM name, so we gotta change it to ytenginebogue like we named it, or whatever you named your IM file. So here we go. Alright, there you go. Control S and then press X. Now you want to right click and submit edits. But that's strange. Failed to load child images. This is a problem that you can have. For this, all you need to do is show in Explorer once more. This is a problem that you might have, but it's extremely fixable, so don't worry about it. You want to wait for it to open up. Takes forever because my computer is literally a potato. You know, I'll be right back when it stops. Alright, it finally opened up. And what you'll want to do is open up the texture that it said it was unable to load the child image for. I don't know why it's called a child image. It's a bit of an odd name, but whatever. Open it up. I use paint.net because it is my program of choice. It is my favorite, and therefore I use it. It's nice and free. And we'll wait for it to open up. I have to come back on you with this one as well. Alright, it's finally opened up. And all you have to do is go to File, Save As. Sorry about that. And save it as a JPEG. And press Save. And press OK. And now we want to go back to the folder. And go to valvegear.texture. And change this from TGA to JPG. And I want to save that. Press X. And submit edits. And let's check for any errors and or warnings. Required container thumbnails is missing. This might be a problem you might have considering that we took out our thumbnails container, but it is very simple to fix, and I'll show you how right now. Change that trains build from 3.4 to 2.9. These are all problems you can easily encounter when exporting a bogey and or other models, so keep these in mind because it might help you. Check for errors and warnings once more, and as you can see, there are 0 errors. Now, let's apply the bogey to the model. It is very simple to apply your bogey to your engine. All you gotta do is go into your engine's config file. This is very simple, you see. Go down to the bogey table. Now, as you can see, here are all the dependencies that are inside. Now, what we did was a.bog0 for our engine, so all we need to do is replace the bogey for the 0 section. All you want to do is go into here and press Ctrl-Shift-O on the bogey. It'll bring up this window. All you gotta do is Ctrl-C that CUID number, go back in here, and here all you gotta do is Ctrl-V it into the first slot. Then you probably also want to add it into the CUID table as well. You don't have to, but I like to, because it makes it a lot more professional, and Trains likes it when you do that. Now you can Ctrl-S to save, press X to go out, press Submit Edits. Modified. Let's see if there's any errors or warnings. Might have to come back to you on this one too. And as you can see, 0 errors. Now let's open it up in, oh, whoops, wrong asset, in Preview Asset folder, and let's see what it looks like. There you go. There is your bogey on your engine. Well, it's not much of an engine, but, well, whatever. So that is how you export a bogey to Trains. I hope you found this tutorial informative and really useful. Hope you have a wonderful day. Now get out of my house.